I'm going to ignore most of these towns. We're just going to try to wrap up some quests. That is a lot of troops. Let's not do that. So Count Freischen, I know from other playthroughs, is their marshal. He's the person that leads their army. Sometimes he has interesting quests. If we could catch him. So we could catch him. About the task you gave me. Oh. What did he give us? Is that the one where he wanted us to hunt something down? No. What quest did he give? Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong name. Wrong name. Never mind. Freischen is not their marshal. I take that back. Okay, so let's go to Chaisa. Let's see if we can do a quest in the town to improve the relationship, because killing somebody in their town is going to make them sad at us, and this is really close to a main place. So it would be nice if it didn't... Oh, they're receptive already. Oh, were these the people we helped? I didn't pay attention to the name of the town. Is this the same town I helped with train the peasants? Maybe it is. I remember his goofy hat. Game, please. Go. We're going to tell him we're looking for a criminal. We're asking if we can help him. He wants cattle. He can go to hell. All right, let's buy 4 more cannon fodders. And then I think we're in business. We're now looking for a man in a weird location that is not doing anything, aka standing still. And then we're going to help him obey the law. Right, chat? We're going to help him real good. Where is he? He's somewhere in the town. The game said, like, oh, I haven't seen him, but, you know, it's a small town. Maybe you'll see him. It's essentially what he told us. Just looking. Ooh, there we go. I found the suspicious man. Hello, nervous man. Looking for a murderer by the name of Reinhardt of Chapest. You fit his description. I don't understand, sir. I never killed anyone. I think you got the wrong man. And drop your sword. You're innocent. You have nothing to fear. We'll go now and talk to your neighbors, and if they verify your story, I'll go on my way. I'm not going anywhere, friend. You have to fight for your silver today. No problem. I just wanted your head anyway. I come not for the money, but to execute the law. Alas, that you cannot be made to see reason. We're gonna say he can't see reason. He tells us to die. And I shot him in the face. Like a true honorable warrior. So this guy can kill you if you don't have melee weapons. Which has happened to me before. So unfortunately, the town is gonna like us a little less now. So we lost 2 relationship with them, but it's still positive overall. So this is fine. So I think we have everything we need. Oh, that was interesting. I spoke to the guy and I got troops, but then I spoke in the main menu and I got a different set of actions. Huh. Very interesting. So we now have a actually sizable army. I think we could do almost anything that we want now. I don't know if we're like caravan raiding ready, but we're getting close. I don't like to go above 30 because I feel like most things will stop fighting you at that point, and obviously you want to fight to get experience. It's risky to fight things when you don't have surgery because your people could just die and you just spent like 30, 40 gold upgrading them and recruiting them, and that's just money down the drain. So we're trying to make sure that they live as long as possible so that other people can live as short as possible. It's just kind of how it works sometimes. Heavy throwing dagger is kind of fun. We don't have a lot of spare cash. Are there any cheap gloves that give defense? 166, paying less than 200 for 2 armor, I think is a completely acceptable exchange. I'll take that. So what that'll do, it's not an upgrade for us, but it's an upgrade for our fairly tanky friend. So he now takes 2 less damage. And he's more likely to survive arrows. Because again, he's taking 2 less damage. So if he's got 40 health, he's taking 5 or 6 an arrow. Maybe he's only taking 3 or 4. I want to kill this caravan so bad. But it's for the team I don't want to make mad. We're looking for... it's close. I could fight him. He's got 31 to our 22. So it'd be very rough. But we're looking for the blue version of that, chat. In fact, I'm going to walk around a little bit just to see. Oh! Is that what I see in there? We're going to pause the game. No. Leave. Where is it? Oh, you thought you could slip by me? I don't think so. Right, chat? I'm waving my finger. You're trespassing in the territory of the Redux. I'm confiscating this caravan and all of its goods. What nonsense is this? We're at peace with the kingdom of Redux and are free to cross this land. We'll see about that. Defend yourselves. So we automatically passed the quest, by the way, and made the Nordic kingdom unhappy with us, and we lost honor. But now we can just leave without actually fighting, which is the cheesiest thing. And now we can just go report the quest. I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that. So it expects us to beat like this elite guard, right, chat? Like that's the whole point of this. Like they have really tough guards, but I could just choose not to do it. I really think that's an oversight. I'm just gonna say, chat, I'm pretty sure it wanted us to fight them. Do you have any tasks for me? Charuka of the Kingdom of Swedia. Sure, we might go to Prevent again. If we happen to go there, we can do that for free. I'm gonna speed run through some of their tasks. Your father is held prisoner. I pay you 5,000 to break him out. I don't think I can help you. We're too low level. Now, if we had a full army, we could actually siege the castle he mentioned in order to free his father. And obviously he would like us a lot and the father would like us a lot. But I don't know. That's kind of a hard commit, to be honest with you. At this early in the game, it's too hard of a commit. Later on, money will be flowing like water. So 5k is just like a drop in the bucket. We might fight one battle and get 6k later on if we're fighting other armies. So we're not really super worried about it. So hey chat, are you ready for our reputation to go to absolute zero? Are you ready, chat? Also, by the way, we're still training soldiers. You know what I'm gonna do, chat? Ooh, there's the guy I want to talk to. Let's save. Let's see how much experience we get. This should be bonkers. Talk to him. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Okay, so we gained 10 relation with him. We got 500 dinars. We got 2,000 experience. It gives so much. Chat, all I have to do is say, I'm fighting you. Run away. Get 2,000 XP. Best quest in the game. I don't have to fight anything. I don't have to wait. Easy villainy, chat. Easy. Brilliant work, Sir Bernzelot. Whatever you did, the nobles of the Kingdom of North are clamoring for war. Soon the time will come for us to reap the benefits of our hard work. From fields ripe for plunder, this war is going to make us rich, mark my words. You have any tasks for me? He wants us to do it with his fingers now. I mean, maybe. What can we do, chat? Count me in. It's so fun being evil. Oh man. So anyway, we've leveled again. So we're now like heinously over leveled. Let's get wound treatment and what would be a good one to put points into? If we had more agility, I would have said weapon master. Don't want horse archery. I want to focus on a couple of skills. I could level pathfinding maybe. For now, I should just level tactics. If I'm not sure, I'll just do that. Then we can put more points in our two-handed so that I can actually start doing stuff in the tournament. Once all of our skills are at least 50, I will not be outswung compared to the enemies. Right now, they actually hit first, which for obvious reasons would be terrible if we let that happen. Let's not do that. Also, we have almost enough money to do what I was looking for earlier. I'm kind of curious about something, but before we do that, can we level these people? We can. Gonna make a lot of crossbowmen, chat. Let's see. Are you running from me?
We can do this the easy way.
Oh yeah, no. So now we have like a legit army, chat. Like this is a lot of crossbows. I don't know what they will do against all these crossbows. So let's see how they do, chat. Army versus army. I'll try not to interfere too much. I think what we should do is tell our army to hold. Let's form a line. So let's see. It's crossbow versus crossbow, chat, as they charge us. We got a kill already. Got 2 kills. I mean, this is a lot of free damage. This is why I like the green team. They get a lot of crossbows. So we got 4 kills before they even reached us. 5 kills before they even reached us. There's one guy throwing javelins at me, which is very rude. So now what I can do, help the team out, is I can weave in between the enemies, even if we take damage, because it distracts them. There's just less things attacking our main army. Our Huntress got knocked out. She's not dead, though, because we took a lot of points in surgery. So yeah, we're just distracting them right now. Try to get a good charge in here. Keep missing with the lance. Need to learn the timing a bit better for the thrust. That's better. So I think we're doing just fine at the moment. They're also competent in melee, which is nice. So obviously, if we end up with a really tanky front line, our crossbowmen will just be killing stuff all day long. Too late. I'm trying to learn the timing for the lance. It's not something I normally use. Are they running from me? Charge. So I think we could agree, chat. That went extremely well. And we've barely upgraded anybody. Don't mind me, just picking them off as they run. Truly an honorable thing, chat. Most honorable of actions. There we go. They're still shooting at him. Ooh. There we go. Oh. Oh, you almost got it. You're almost there. Oh. Oh, he's so close, chat. So close to the exit. We gave him a head start. So now we could just start winning. Like, you see, we only had lost 1 person there, and we got a lot of bandits if we need it. Sure. I mean, this is just free cash. So now I'm feeling a little more confident about the Forest Bandit hideout. So basically what that'll mean is that our companions are more skilled, as in their crossbow accuracy went up from leveling proficiency. They have more health from levels. Some of them have slightly better armor than when we did it. So maybe it's doable now? Maybe? We can already upgrade our crossbowmen again, which I'm kind of tempted to do. Let's turn 4 of these tribesmen into spearmen so we have like a front line. Doesn't have to be like an overwhelming front line. We can move you to be a caravan guard. So now we have a good skirmisher kind of character. That'll be fun. This guy's just so grumpy all the time, chat. Let's improve his int so we could get more pathfinding to move faster. Spotting so we can see the enemy, and improve his crossbow. Because again, the more accurate he is, the less work I have to do. So it's like, that's always nice. This guy's crossbow is like, it's better than peasants now. Could be worse. We'll give him another point in polearm. He's just gonna be int pumped. But what to give him in? I think we said engineer and tactics. So if we need to siege something, which I don't think will happen on this stream in particular, we're just setting up for the future. You notice our weekly costs went from, what was it, like 9 a week to 100. Now is where we need to start thinking about our future, how we're going to really earn some money. So if we allied ourselves with the enemy or ally army now, we would be able to assist them, because we have some genuinely good troops. Head start, which we took from the shoulders. Something like that. He's in Veluca. Okay, I mean he's in Veluca like right there. I feel like that's just. I feel like he's just being lazy, chat. Just he's like, could you go like 1 town over? I'm like, okay. I mean, if you want to pay me for that, it seems stupid. So anyway, we can eventually hand in these quests, and then I guess we could finish off the tutorial quest. So I'm looking at the time. We got enough time for that. Oh, you gonna go inside? So yeah, getting really cheap gloves is a... Ooh, pay 300, get 3 body armor? Absolutely. That is a good ratio for me, chat. Again, this just makes our front line even stronger. There's no downside to it. Gloves are uncommon drops. Actually, I'm willing to say they're actually rare drops. I don't usually see them drop ever unless you're fighting other armies. So getting 2 of these would actually be huge for us. Was there another one? Was another one. So let's just get 2. So we still gotta pay some money, but we can reduce the cost that we pay. Get rid of the helmets. I don't think I need them. The meat is almost expired. Is there anything else fun I can get? Nice little easy armor. See, like, we could buy the Tribal Warrior outfit, which is slightly better than what we have, but that's paying 2,500 to get 5 armor. Do you know what I mean? Like, chat, that ratio just doesn't sound right to me. Where we could pay 300 and get 3 armor. Just sounds worth it to me, chat. Let's go ahead and upgrade his gloves, because he's very likely to melee. Go ahead and improve your gloves. We're just across the... Oh, we have the crazy... Oh, no, I almost parted ways by accident. We have our crazy person getting more armor. That's always comfortable. So just a pair of gloves makes them feel very happy and comfortable and protected, I guess. Power of the gloves is real, chat. We'll talk to the merchant, because we have 5 men. Spoilers. So we're going to hunt down for the bandits. So all he's going to ask us to do is if we look at the overworld... In fact, there should be a bandit right here. He's the plot bandit. So this is supposed to be your first combat training that you're supposed to get recruits and then fight these 4 people. Spoilers. We said we didn't bring ransom, but he asked if we brought the ransom. And we told him no, but I brought steel. So I feel like that's a great line, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, when you go up to the kidnapper and he's asking for the money, and then you just draw weapons on him, it's when you know he's done. So anyway, chat, this should be an absolute massacre. In fact, I'm just gonna sit back and watch. Why don't we enjoy our army, chat? Like, this is what it is now. We have a good army. We have 4 really solid frontliners. We have... Oh, we need to put our companions on horses. Ooh, I forgot. Need to do that at some point. That way they're likely to go in front. See, because they're in heavier armor, they move slower. Slash their equipment is heavier. So you see how they're ending up behind the peasants? We need to fix that. But on the plus side, we have a skirmisher, which is distracting them. So he's doing exactly what I need him to do. I think we can agree, chat. This is a GG game over. Just, there's nothing they can do. It's too powerful. Oh, spare me, spare my life. Let me go and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade. You'll never hear from me again. Spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or your mates kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him and I'll give you your word that you'll stop troubling the people of these parts. Oh, and give me your word. And you could go free. Oh, bless you, sir. Bless you. You've done the lad no harm. Keep him near a hideout in Roldy. Describe the area in detail. There's no mistaking it. Okay, so these would be like your baby's first drops, but yeah, we don't care. So let's go ahead to, what was it, Roldy? Look around. Where is Roldy? Roldy? What? Did I misread that? Where is this? Oh, it's near Jaleka? Why don't I... Oh, because there's... The text was overlapping. I got confused. It literally looks like a cross-through line. I got so confused. That makes sense now. That checks out. Oh boy, Chan. One second, actually. I want to check something. I'm going to tab out briefly, so it might look a little weird for a second. I did promise I would take a look at the sound. Let me see. Is it just missing the audio? One moment. I'm just going to switch scenes. Just ignore me for a second. I need to see what's in the other one. So it works in this one. Widgets game. Oh, I think I see what it. So if I copy this, and we go back to our other scene. Okay, now it should be working. Okay, it was disabled. I didn't realize that would disable it. Oops. So you should be able to spin or whatever. It should play now. It was technically there. It was just disabled. I was wondering why. I'm like, I hadn't used it in a while. Can I even get into Roldy?
Spin!
Yeah, now I hear it. Could get more food. It never hurts to get more food, chat. Listen. Okay. I mean, I guess we'll do the plot quest. Why not? We'll go to the kidnapper's hideout. You approach the hideout. The looters don't appear to have spotted you yet, and you could sneak away unnoticed. The difficult approach to the site, down a narrow defile, means that only a handful of troops in your party will be able to join the attack, and they'll be unable to bring their horses. If your initial attack fails, the looters will easily be able to escape and disperse. You wish to attack the hideout or wait for another occasion? Yeah, we're attacking. Oh, we've seen this one before. So some of the hideouts are the same. Looks like we got this one. I was hoping for the one by the sea. That one was kind of fun. But it's just this one. Oh, do we have honorary party member? There's Borsha, Marnid, Bundik. We have Rodok Crossbowman as our honorary companion. So yeah, if we had one more companion, we could be giving them super XP here. But whatever. It's fine. I think we're good enough. They've leveled. They got a little extra health. The proficiencies are okay. Yeah, she's going in. She had enough. Love the polearm on foot, though. I'm not a big fan of polearm on the horse, but man, on foot, the swings of this thing are just so fun. Look at it, chat. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I mean, just look at this, chat. It's so beautiful. Bonk, stab, bonk. So fun, chat. I'm taking 0 damage. I guess they're throwing stones at me or something. Okay, I'm gonna block. Blocked. Bonk. Ow, you punished me for stabbing. Jerk. I'm also knocking them unconscious with this, so I could get more syllables, as we like to call them. Are you running from me? Oh, no, you aren't. Oh, I missed. Listen, if you're gonna back up, I'm just gonna whip out the spear. Oh, I almost killed the merchant's brother. Chatty ran at me. You can't run at me. That's gonna scare me. I was going for the kill, chat. Thank you, sir, for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother and Jaleka put you onto their track? Yes. I told them that I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can. Be careful on the road. Also, chat, I love this cutscene because sometimes when the camera zooms into you, you might be like seeing into your face, or if you're against a wall when it happens, it gets really confused. Unfortunately, I thought there was one more, or else I would have shown it off. The retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideout and their ill-gotten gains are now yours. So here's like actually decent equipment, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. I don't know why it's welcoming to the stream now. I guess it was enough time had passed. But anyway, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is good enough. That was a simple, easy quest. Then we just go back to Jaleka, hand it in, wait a little bit, and we are done with the tutorial, believe it or not. The game will want us to speak to the king for more quests, but yeah, we already did that. Speaking of which, we can talk to the king again, since he's here. We're gonna talk to our favorite evil person. No, that's fine. Oh, Tarchius. Were you the person I was looking to give it back to? It was a T name. Was it you? Okay, it was you. We found him, gave him his punishment. We got experience. We're gonna not accept the money, because I don't need it. And that improves our relationship. Okay. Talk to Telrog. Do you have anything fun for us to do? You gave us the quest already. That was the... Elenard was that one. Telrog was the... Oh, the message. That's fine. We should probably deliver the message at some point. It would be for the best. Oh, I got attacked trying to go to the tavern. This is a random event that could occur. We're in trouble. I'm not good at melee. That was rude. There's a really real chance I could die here. I don't want to be in melee, first of all. And they have shields and stuff, which is very annoying. I guess I'm gonna die. That sucks. Wow, that was so unlucky. We lost money. That was so rude. I mean, it wasn't a game over because it wasn't a normal battle, but that was really rude. That was really rude, and that injured me heavily. I wasn't expecting it, and I didn't have the right weapon for it. So we are like the opposite of a melee character, by the way. So I did not appreciate that random encounter whatsoever. Anyway, we lost 100, but we gained 200, I guess. Yeah, that was unlucky. Well, I'm not going to reload. I could technically reload and redo it, but yeah, they're just rude. Like, that is the downside of being the int build. If suddenly you're surrounded by 5 people and one of them has a shield, yeah, there's not a lot you could do if you don't get the early kill, which I didn't. I did hit like 5 times. They just didn't do any damage. Anyway, the merchant says, well, my brother is home safe. Not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to university outside of Cal. That way, if he gets knocked down in the head in the street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. That's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. Yeah, I'm definitely DPS range cavalry, and it let me have none of those things. I'm just stating. Like, that was just kind of BS. Money's most welcome. I'm glad to have been of service. Yeah, we only got like 70 from that quest, so that was kind of nonsense. Good. Now, are you interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to the commerce, he failed to realize that great profit only comes with great risk. So he sank all of his money into the most expensive commodities, and of course his caravan was captured and looted. He lost everything. As a consequence, it seems, our captain turned to villainy to recoup his losses. I suppose I'd do the same if, heavens forbid, I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, any watch captain worth his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll to inform him on the rest, or our captain decides to employ these jerks wholesale. He brings them into the town, lets them do as they will, and take a share of their take. Yeah. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? Well, in the unfortunate land of Cal, sometimes gamekeepers will turn poacher. Luckily, there's a few still brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Now, here's my plan. I can bring this to the attention of the king, lord of the city. Graveth? We've met Graveth before. But that would mean an inquiry, my word against the captains, and witnesses can be brought, and evidence destroyed. Maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again. And all I get for my trouble is a knife in the ribs. Time of war, you see. A king's eye wanders far from his domain. His subjects suffer. So I got another idea. Got a small group of townsfolk together. Some men in my employ and some others who've lost relatives to these bandits. We'll storm the captain's home and bring him in chains before the king. Hopefully with a few captured bandits. Ooh, excuse me. To explain how things stack up. All I need now is to lead my little army into battle. And I can't think of anyone better than you to lead it. So, what do you say? How do I know you're telling the truth? Oh well, I suppose it's possible I found a dozen bandits who are willing to give their lives to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in Old Jaleka. Well, I guess you can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned by now that money is good, and there's another 100, or maybe a bit more, that's waiting for you if you do this last little favor. What do you say? 100 is really not a lot. We get like 700 a battle, but sure, we'll do it because it's the tutorial. Why not? All right, I'll lead your men. Splendid. It's been a long time since I staked so much on a single throw of the dice. Luckily, I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? We're gonna say I need to rest before I can fight, because we are still injured thanks to what happened earlier. That was ultra inconveniencing. Yay, inconveniencing. Literally can't do the quest because I'm injured. Yay. Oh, there's a lot of people there to talk to. Okay, I'm almost at full health now. Let's talk to Gootlins. Do you have any tasks? I did save recently, right, chat? I don't want this to cancel our ongoing quests. I do want a little bit of money. I'm gonna say I'll join them. As you wish, my enemies are... Your enemies are my enemies. Oh, see, it failed the quest. That's what I was worried about. Question. Do a save as. Question. When did I last save? Was it before that? 1 day ago. Oh, it's before I camped. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I don't want to fail a quest just because we joined the other one. Yeah, we're going backwards in time. I wasn't sure. It doesn't come up very often. I mean, how many times do you join a mercenary group? Like once every like 30 game days at most. That's fine. We just rewound time. We're good. It's like it never happened, chat. So now that we waited for some time, we're gonna talk to him again. We had the conversation we had before. Also, the camera angle is very weird there. I don't know what's going on. We'll lead his men this time. Let's give him the sign. You leave the tavern and go out to the streets. Nervous-looking young men are waiting at every street corner. You see they have daggers and clubs concealed under their clothes and catch a mixture of fear, anticipation, and pride in the quick looks they throw at you as you pass by. Praying that your enemies have not been alarmed by all this too obvious bunch of plotters. Check your weapons from last time and prepare yourself for the action ahead. The chat, to no one's surprise, it's making me go into melee. But this time I'm gonna have my lance equipped, so I'm not, like, helpless against this other nonsense. It's times, lads. Up and at 'em. Okay. So we're gonna go around town. Townswoman got killed by looter. Nice. Bonk. 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 Stab. Bonk. Slash. Stab. Bonk. See, now I have a chance. I have a chance now, chat. Love the polearm. Remaining few bandits scatter off into the town's narrow alleys, only to be hunted down one by one by angry townsfolk, making sure that victory is complete and all the wounded have been taken care of. And the merchant head to his house to review the day's events. Talk to him. He gave us another 200. Relationship with Jalkala has improved. Ah, well done. Let at least 3 of the enemy go down before you. Keep fighting like that and you'll make quite a name for yourself in this land. Unfortunately, about 7 of my lads got wounded. I should go look on them. Let every villain learn to fear the name Sir Burns-a-Lot. The heavens alone grant us victory, or I'm glad that you're alive too. I'm going to say let every villain learn to fear the name Sir Burns-a-Lot. Feels more appropriate. Yes, yes. Now, a couple of my boys have the watch captain pinned down in the back room with the knife at his throat. Need to go drag him before the king, Greveth, and explain what this breach of the peace is all about. No need to be part of that, though. I'll tell you what, if all goes well, I'll meet you in the tavern again shortly. I'll let you know how it all came out. You don't see me in the tavern, but instead see my head on a spike over the city gate. Assume you know enough to stay out of town for a while and forget this whole episode ever happened, so hopefully we'll meet again. Wait, is he here again already? That was fast. Wait a minute. I think that's an oversight. I literally just like clicked once and he's just in the tavern. He beat us to the tavern, chat. That was the first thing that I did. What a god. Oh, Sir Burns-a-Lot. Things didn't quite go so well as I'd hoped. Fingervet couldn't find it in him to overlook my little breach of the peace. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, he's grateful enough that I got rid of his crooked captain. A guard who'll let bandits in will let in an enemy army if the price is right. But he can't exactly have me running around as the lasting reminder of his failure to take care of himself. That seems hardly fair. Fair? This is Cal, my boy. Kings do what they will, and the rest of us do as they must. He didn't string me up, and instead he gave me time to sell my properties. Even put in a word with the other merchants that they pay me a fair price, too. That's gracious enough as kings go. But he's a weak king, as they all are here. Weak kings must always look to their authority first and justice second. I suppose I'd do the same in his shoes. Anyway, I wouldn't go rubbing your part in this affair in the King Reva's face, but he's taken note of you and decided that you're not worth hanging. And that's something to which I'll raise a glass any day of the week. He might even have work for you further down the road, where you can sell your sword to one of his competitors. Anyway, yeah, that almost happened earlier, by the way. Anyway, I hope you've learned a bit of what it will take to stay alive in this troubled land, and I suspect the money you've earned won't go to waste. Good luck. And chat, that is the end of the tutorial. We have completed it way out of order, but we did do it technically. So yay. The one thing I want to take a look at, it's not in this menu. I think it's in reports, known lords. So we're like decently friendly with Freishen. He's not friendly enough to be like an actual friend to us yet, but it's improved. So you can tell they're gathering for war. At any point, I think they're on a campaign. I could just talk to them to see if they have anything for me. Let's see, any other... we have letters we can deliver, which are okay. We could do the Vagar quest if we want to. Are we ready to raid the bandit camp? Totori total, something like that. I think what we're gonna do, chat, I'm gonna get one more group of recruits, and this will be the only recruits I get for until somebody dies, essentially. Oh, we can't. We just got them too recently. Okay, let's go to Voluka, see if we can hand in the letter, because the one guy said something would be here. There's somebody here. Laura Quinn is the person you needed to talk to you, is indeed here. Our relation increased from -2 to -1. I think he didn't like us messing with the merchants. If chat was wondering why we had a negative relationship before we met him. Oh, let me see that. Well. It's good of you to bring me this, Sir Burnsalat. Take my seal as proof that I've received it, and give my regards to Count Telrog when you see him again. So we can kind of play a fine line between doing easy things for massive experience and also actually taking genuinely harder quests. Oh, I thought about it. That's the wrong kingdom, right? The Vagar. So we do know caravans will go to and from major cities. So if we are just looking for an easy pick, should probably go there. Okay, now where was the forest? Where was the bandit hideout, chat? I found it accidentally. I feel like it was near here somewhere. Okay, let's get one more batch of recruits. This will be the last group. Hopefully not that many. That's actually a perfect number. So we're going to get 4 more... Yes, there's spearmen. Yeah, it's definitely in the green area because that's where the quest was. But I'm just trying to recall elsewhere here. Yeah, so we can have 9 crossbowmen, 8 spearmen, and I think that's a good ratio. We'll keep it 1-to-1 for now. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so travel is much slower. Going through the forest also makes it very slow, if you're wondering why I'm only going 2.3 versus 3.9. I thought it was there. Oh, no, I see it on the map. It still remembered where it was. Nice. So we can see a town has been looted. Oop, hold on. Pause the game. Do you have any friends with you, Mr. Caravan? At this point, we could just straight up raid a caravan. I'm kind of thinking about it, to be honest. I am thinking about it. We are large enough in army size. I think we could do it. Wandering Bard, Traveler. None of you are companions. Oh, we need companions, right, chat? Like, where are the companions at? There's a lot in this game. It's not just like we got all of them. Like, there's more. We haven't hit our limit. I've had, I think, at least 9 or 10 actively in the party at once. That is a lot of potentially renewable frontliners. Excuse me. Do we have any cheap horses? Might buy a cheap horse. Thinking about it. Or do I want to leave them on foot for now? Tough call. So, do you have anything for us, Nelchia? You're the kingdom we want to do things with. Oh, you were the one that wants to help break people from jail. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Oh, are they at war with each other? Oh, that's awkward. Well, Chad, that's probably why we failed the other quest, because we're at war. So if I joined Swadia, we would have been killing the Road Dogs, and if I joined the Road Dogs, we would be killing Swadia. I mean, it would be interesting in the future. Funny enough, I do think it's easier to raise relationship with enemy generals than it is for ally generals. Just because if you capture them and then let them go, they're thankful for it, whereas the other people are just kind of like, oh, you helped me, I guess. You get like +1 relationship for helping, +5 for releasing, which means I should just constantly swap what side I am in if I want to be friends with everybody. Which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's intended, but that's just what I've noticed. It's definitely easier to just go around conquering everybody, and then they love you for some reason. Like, oh yes, you were kind enough to spare me when you murdered my 400 men. In a war that probably isn't even justified for any good reason. You approach the hideout, the forest bandits don't appear to have spotted you yet, and you can still sneak away unnoticed. The difficult approach to the site through a pine swamp means that only a handful of troops in your party will be able to join the attack and unable to bring horses. Okay, let's try it, let's see how it goes. Ah, different hideout. Okay, good. Already we're being shot at. Try to get the vantage of a hill. Hopefully there's nobody over here. See arrows coming from here somewhere. One duck got his first kill. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna play some peekaboo chat behind this tree. Do we need to reload? Nice, got him. The most deadly game of peekaboo. Just be an enemy on the other hill. Lost someone alive will be confusing everybody. Maybe. Oh, that was a nasty headshot. Oh, I predicted gravity perfectly there. Because again, you're not aiming at the cursor. You're trying to think distance plus aiming. So there is thought behind it. It's not just point and click. And definitely the enhanced accuracy does help a lot. So he's pretty far. I could try like here. I mean, come on, chat. Come on. That was skillful. I actually hit it from there first try. So there is like a skill curve for it. Yeah, that was an amazing call. Come on. Difficulty 4.6. Come on. That's up there. I think the highest you can get is like a little above 6. If that had been a headshot, that would have been an easy 5 for sure. Okay, I didn't predict gravity perfectly there. Let's try this again. Okay, you know what? Our friends are actually doing pretty well right now. Well, having a nice little epic battle. We interfere with... Oh, they got another kill. I think they're actually doing well. I don't see many of our companions alive, but like they are making progress. I see at least 2 of them that are alive. That's a good sign. There might be somebody on the other side of the tree. Kind of lost sight of them. I see somebody there, somebody in the middle. Don't know if we have anybody else with us. Where's the arrow coming from? Is it here? No? Yes. Since he doesn't seem very accurate, I'm just going to take my time and snipe them. Okay, that might be a headshot. Oh, so close. Pixel up, maybe. Got him. Look at the chat. The tense shoot off. Yeah, there we go. Didn't get the headshot, but worth it. Oh, all of our companions are still... Wow, we actually have most of our companions. Huh. I was not expecting that. The Ruchi cut off the forest bandits fall one by one to your determined attack. The hideout and ill-gotten gains are now yours. So we completed a quest. We got a decent armor. Okay, head stuff. We got olives, which improves our morale. The more variety of foods, the more morale they have for whatever reason. I don't really know why. I guess they're bored of it. Let's get rid of rotten meat. Take bread, which is a different kind of food here. I mean, I could keep the rotten meat, but it feels kind of morbid. Okay, so that was the easy quest clear. So now we're just looking to make war between the Beggars with somebody else, but I thought they were at war already, or maybe they just hate each other enough that they're able to just attack each other. So yeah, chat, I guess we have open questions. If we were to play this again, Should I start raiding? Should I join a country to start burning villages for money? I'm thinking we do. But which side, chat? Do I betray the green team, who has our only friend, but is surrounded by people that hate us because they're goody two shoes? Or do we go for somewhere else? Do we try allying with Swadia and betraying the green team in an ultimate bad guy double cross? Right, chat? Like, I don't know. Burning villages is always the right choice. That's fair. That's truth in words, chat. That's truth in words. We're at the point where my troops are good enough that I probably should do something. So here's what we could do. If we manage to get money... Fireball, indeed. If we manage to get money, chat, we can put money towards a venture to guarantee we can always fund our troops. So you saw we could potentially get somewhere between 70 and 140 a week. That basically pays for our troops as is. So we have some things to think about. Ransom broker. Why don't you take the mountain bandits off our hand? Well, chat, we have a little more money. That's better. It's not perfect. Hired Blade is an interesting character, but a little expensive for where we are in the game. You're gonna hear me say that a lot, but it is really just legitimately too expensive at the moment. We're gonna look for any cheap gloves that give armor. Cheap gloves. I think any of those are worth it. Well, there's the super helmet, the Lordly Winged Great Helmet that gives 61 head armor. So basically, you're immune to anything that is not a siege crossbow. Are you the person I'm looking for? They're looking for us to join the enemy team again, chat. Like, again, both of them are at war with each other, so both of them want us for one reason or another. That helmet is very ridiculous. When you aim with it, your cursor goes like in between the thing, so it looks like a giant like slingshot. It's very goofy. All right, we found the king. We can offer a sword and vassalage. He'll probably reject it because we haven't done anything yet. Mount Tillsman. Give any tasks? There's a spy that leaves town. I don't think I want to do a spy quest. I'm just looking for the other guy. Who are we looking for with this letter? I don't remember who he said it was for. Count Shukura. Okay. Oh, right here. Literally the last person here. We bring a message. So again, like, we're... At this rate, chat, we're... Oh, Shukura doesn't like us. We're at -2. Wonder what we did to annoy him. See, it makes sense for the other people to hate us, but maybe he's very honor-bound and he didn't like our little ploy at the merchants. I'll put it that way. Maybe he didn't like us doing that. But I mean, on the plus side, chat, in that very short time, I'm level 10. And sadly, chat, if we were to do that again, that would instantly level us again if we do it. So it's kind of hard to say no. It's kind of hard to say no to that. It's just like, do you just want to click on 2 things and level? The answer is always yes. I thought it was the caravan. I was so ready to burn it, chat. You have no idea. In fact, I'm feeling so good about our current state that if we do actually legitimately see a caravan, I might just try killing it versus sparing it. We'll see, though. That's a little risky since we don't have, like, truly upgraded characters yet. I could pay money if we do lose the fight. Oh, there's another caravan. It's not the one I'm looking for, though. Yellow team can go do whatever they want. We would be in the kingdom's good graces if we sided with the team that we just pillaged, technically. Let's see how we do against mountain bandits. Also, I should have been splitting them up into groups. I'm going to do that and showcase a couple things. I know we're reaching the top of midnight at this point and a little past. But I do enjoy this game. I could play it nearly all day. Let's have them hold position. So if I had told, for example... Oh, they split them already. Oh, he's already split. Come here. Cavalry, come back. Infantry, come back. Oh, the guard died. Rip the guard. That sucks. So much for a super soldier. Oops, don't hold fire. Alright, here's what I'm not used to the controls. Let me check something. Oh, okay. I see what I did wrong. So I want infantry here. No. Okay, so I need to do this, then this. No. This, then this, then this. I don't want the crossbowmen going into melee. Unfortunately, that took a little while, so I did get my people killed. My bad, chat. I feel like undoing it just because I forgot what button it was. I got a little confused. Yeah, I'm still learning the team tactics stuff. So what I need to do, I need to hit 1 for infantry. And as I said before, I really hate the order of them and it confuses me every time. So I think what I'm gonna do, because this is confusing me, I'm going to actually swap which one this is. So this is, no, don't do that. This will be 2, 3, 1. And I think this will make sense to me now. Now I have cavalry, infantry, archers. Okay, that makes so much more sense to me, chat. Because the cavalry are the ones that I need to stop first. So I could just do something like this. Okay. Oh, did they kill me? Good, good, good. I wanted to reset. That was a control issue. I got confused which one was my troop, and then I realized it was a goofy order. Well, anyway, you can see what happens. You don't get like a game over. And then they get upset at you. So let's showcase them getting upset at me. Don't like to run from battle. So many throats left uncut. So many purses left unexplored. She is so kill thirsty. But anyway, we're just gonna reload because I don't know. I don't count that. I was literally like just looking at the keyboard like, what button is this? Alright. So we're gonna tell the cavalry to hold the position. We're gonna tell you to hold the position. We're gonna tell you to hold that position and see how we do. That do what I wanted to do. They should be forming an interesting line right now. It's kind of right. Infantry, I think, was a little too close. I think they'll walk forward, right? Or will they not? I think they will. Okay, I need to position them a bit more. I want the infantry to move forward. There we go. That's what I wanted. The archers now have the height advantage of the hill. This is kind of like what you should probably be doing. As you can see, it's working out a lot better. So the front line might have shields if they're good spearmen, and they all seem to have shields. So we have like some basic protections. And since I think our companions count as infantry, we also have people in the front line chucking spears. So, you know, we're doing pretty good here. I think chat would agree. This is going much cleaner. Much cleaner. We're going to tell the infantry to charge. The crossbowmen will hold their position where they will wail on them. Letting the range take care of business first helps, definitely helps, yeah. Jeez, Clethy, yeah, she's something else. So did we even have any losses at all that time when I did the troop order properly? So, I mean, this showcase is like, you know, learning the game. I'm still learning the game, even though I've been playing for a while. There's a lot of mechanics, but I mean, like, we just beat 20 bandits with 26 with no casualties. I mean, I would say that that shows, like, if you do apply tactics, it does reward you compared to losing, like, 8 people. So that felt good. So if you position your people properly, you take advantage of hills, the game does reward you. You could technically order them to use blunt weapons only if you want to just capture the stragglers, for example, which is kind of interesting. Okay, that gave a lot of experience. Is this good enough to It's good enough to get trained crossbowmen. Actually, let me explain to chat why this is good. So right now they have an 85 proficiency, which, as you've seen from me playing, it's fairly accurate, but it's still a little off, right? Let's just check in on this new total. Oh, they're at 105. So they have my level accuracy already, chat. And this also improves their damage. They also have more health. They also have better weapons. You can see they got a crossbow, a massive shield, all sorts of things. So yeah, they're already pretty BS. Hunters can become camp defenders. Sure. Now we have heavily armored crossbowmen that can upgrade to Sword Sister, one of my favorite units in the game. And our spearmen also can become trained spearmen if I want them to, which I do once our tribesman levels up. So we'll talk to Clethy, aka the Murder Happy Fiend, and we will give her bonus points in... Could give it in spotting. Let's improve her throw, because she's doing throwing weapons, so give her one-handed proficiency up. So her accuracy is slowly going up. So she's going to whiff less and less and less and less and less until she always hits. Essentially, the closer you get to 200 with the AI, the more insane their shots are, to the point of just, like, incredulousness. Like, you're like, there's no way. Wait, it said I didn't spend anything? Oh, I didn't spend anything. A good question. What do I want to put points in? Maybe another strength point so she can have more armor. Or new weapons. We want her to be mostly melee focused, but after a certain point, we want to make sure... Oh, you're trying to fight me? You're just a fool. After a certain point, we do need to just kind of imp with her. Actually, I'm going to tell everybody to hold still first. Then I'm going to say... Infantry here. Cavalry here. Do got a little bit of a hill. In fact, I might move down the hill slightly. We'll see. Not a bad line. It looks like our crossbowmen are on the far side anyway. This will be interesting. Yeah, that poor lone horseman. We should probably give him some friends, right, chat? So let's see how many shots we get from here. So you can see there's a lot of people in the front line attacking. Those are our companions, as I mentioned before, because they're technically infantry. But again, our back row crossbowmen should be more accurate, so we should start seeing some deaths like any second now. Because they're getting to a point where our allies really should not miss. Oh, they have shields up. I think the shields are saving them. Lucky. Oh. Never mind. Not that lucky. Right, chat? I mean, if you have enough crossbowmen, they don't get to play the game. Yeah, there we go. There's a certain range you can see they hit where they just always land the crossbow. And they're unfortunately in it in javelin range, and they're not landing their javelins. So yeah, this is just turning into an absolute massacre. I think we can all agree, like, this is just brutal. We have our chucking character trying to throw javelins at them. Oh, and she landed it. Oh, I think that was a headshot, chat. Look at, oh, they're getting close. Oh, I took some damage. I mean, they're trying, I guess. That person is so dead, chat. That person is so dead. Well, anyway, that's the power of the crossbow. If chat was wondering why I was pushing the crossbow so much, I think we could agree that was just a free kill. Like, what could they have realistically done about that formation? The answer is nothing. We present a solid shield line of spearmen with crossbows still able to reach. Look at how deadly accurate those crossbows are. They're really far. Like, that is a significant distance, and he was moving. So they're just gonna get crazier and crazier. I could recruit more peasant women if I wanted to. I guess I should. We'd have a peasant woman army. You just... Things you just kind of slip in there. Like, oh yeah, she'll just be the god of the peasants. Okay, can we finally move all of... I can't move them to spearmen yet as a group. So close, chat. And we can already go up another tier of crossbowmen already. Like, once that happens, chat, I think the game is over. Like, they're so good at killing things. And as you can see, just that one rank up of getting like 15% more accuracy, there's just a certain distance where they just can't miss. It's just over. I feel bad for them almost. 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 So yeah, that's the secret to conquering everything. Just bring enough crossbowmen and a couple of blockers and you're good. Solves everything. Hmm. Want me to go to Suno? Sure, we could do that in the future. Those kinds of quests are okay. If we ignore them, it doesn't really matter in the long run. Now my question is, can we get property at Veluca? And that's also the thing too. If I get property in Veluca and then we switch sides and go to Swedia, we don't get money for the property. So we do have to kind of commit to some extent. So what are we thinking, chat? Do we befriend the evil people by being with the evil people or fighting the evil people because it's funny and it's a way to make them friendly with you? That's the honest question. Like, it's actually somehow not a joke. It is a genuine question in terms of what would the chat like to see in the future. For now, I'm gonna sell items as chat deliberates. Fight everyone. I mean, we can. The sad thing is I could probably befriend people as I'm murdering them. They're like, thank you for murdering all my neighbors. Like, anytime. No, seriously, anytime. We need more kills. That's a lot of money. So right now I could afford something nice. 1,000 for 4 armor. That is a terrible ratio. 600 for 4. That's not a bad ratio. Can we get... Okay, so chat... There's one thing, if we give our companions, the game is also over. Giving them a siege crossbow is monstrous. Keep in mind they're already more or less one-shotting with the crossbow. What if they could just do 17 or 18 more damage and it scales with their efficiency? Oh no, a jousting lance, that thing is terrible. I mean, I think before they get horses, this is just absolutely worth it. Like, there's no downside to getting this. It's just so much damage. Yeah, you pay 300 plus 8 damage a hit. I mean, I don't know about you, chat, but I'm like, okay. I could give him the siege crossbow. We'll start with the siege crossbow, because that's more powerful. We'll give it to this character. I think he also has good crossbow, right? Yeah, he's got 134 in crossbow. So if he hits anybody with this, they're dead. Oh, he already has that kind of crossbow. This one's just better by like a large margin, and he can wield it. Okay, so he just got like a 9 damage improvement, because, you know, fairness and, you know, fairness and all that. You have an 8 in strength. I think that's good enough to use this. Ooh, 10 extra damage a shot, chat. Nod your head. You're like, okay. I mean, that's not insignificant. Some enemies don't even have more than 40 health. So if you already do a base damage of 30 and you do 10 more, GG. Anything I want to do before we conclude our first venture into the game? I guess we could try to find Count Delanord. He is the lord of one of the big cities. Guess I should go talk to him if he's there. At this point, I might just accept all combat. So one other thing we could do. We can't afford the weekly upkeep unless we do battles. So I want to make sure our army never gets too large, because otherwise nothing will fight us. But it also can't be too small that if I just lose a couple people, I'm done for. Villagers just joined battle on your side. Oh, there's... Well, something's being raided? What? Oh, so they're just burning a village actively. I was wondering what was happening there. Oops. Well, we're not technically friends with the other kingdom yet, so it won't let us interfere. That is another thing I'm kind of sad about. Like, I should be able to interfere regardless of my faction. Like, if I want to help the enemy burn a town, like, why? It should just let me. Like, why even question me? Like, if that's what I want, it's what I want. You know what I mean, chat? Just let me do it. Oh, wait. I saw Delenard. Wasn't that him? Shoot, it went nighttime. He was like right here. How annoying, Chad. He was like literally right here. I walked by him and then I went, wait a minute. That was the guy I needed. So unfortunately, it went nighttime, so I can't see anything. Kind of annoying. Ooh, we can upgrade our spearmen, potentially. That's what I want to see. So let's get some super spearmen. So now they get better shields. I really need it to be daytime again. So what we're going to do, we're going to rest. Maybe we see Delnard again. I don't see him at all. He left. That is so annoying. He was like literally right near the river as I went around the corner. And he did not go back in the castle. Okay. So now we don't know where he went. Let's go talk to the lady to figure out where he is. So thank you, Lady Bella. Where is he? Let's see, Yaragar. Where was Yaragar? Oh, he went above us. Interesting. Allegedly. Oh, there he is. That wasn't too bad. You got 1,500 dinars. The relationship dinar increased from 0 to 4. You got 3,000 experience. So we got a ton of experience for the bandit camp. But obviously you have to be able to defeat it. So while it's not as free as the merchant fight, this was a huge experience bonus. So he wants us to join his army again. I might say yes next time. Because honestly, chat, we're getting up there in power level. We're already at rank 7 skills across the board. That's kind of insane. Let's keep leveling polearm because I'm using that. Probably another point in prisoner management and one more point in persuasion, just in case we start having some party scuffles due to having a very kill happy character in our party. Might as well as be good at negotiating. Okay, so we're gonna get 15 intelligence to get one more in surgery and first aid. So we're gradually improving the character that would add points here. Also, I just realized I'm going to reset the changes. I'm going to put 1 point in Weapon Master. And then another point, probably in Surgery, because I'd prefer that over First Aid. Now we're going to improve his crossbow skills. So he's getting slightly more accurate. If you want to view it that way. We have Borcha leveling, who I think is mostly just damage. Oh no, he's got tracking stuff. Let's give him intelligence and give him spotting, tracking max, why not? And we'll give him, again, there's no reason not to just keep leveling crossbow. It's very effective. The less they miss with it, the less we need to do, I think I mentioned earlier. Marnid also will get some crossbow action, which is nice. And we'll give him 1 more point in polearm. He's still very helpless if he gets attacked in point blank range, but it is what it is there. Give him another point in engineering, another point in tactics. So he will be the character that will help us siege everything. Peasant woman can become camp follower. Okay, nice. So we're at a whopping 3k. That's actually a lot of money. Yeah, I think. Oh, nice indeed. Yeah, we have a really, really strong group at this point. Like, we could handle most things. Those levels are so crucial. Like, people talk about leveling up in video games. You know, sometimes it's just number go up. Like, no. Accuracy going up is huge. Like, not missing your shots saves so much time. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where they're almost like full like 360 no-scoping the enemy from the mountaintops. When that happens, it's over. So I think the best possible crossbowman accuracy in the game that I'm aware of so far is 140. But we could train our companions to go beyond 140, so they could be even better than the elite snipers. Hold it. I mean, we're at the point where if that was a, what was it? If that was the Kingdom of Vaegar's caravan, I absolutely would have raided it. I would even have played Peekaboo chat. I would have killed them. So one thing Warband does over the vanilla game is that if your party size increases, it also increases the amount of enemies you fight in the overworld. So the number of looters scaled up. However, the quality of the looters is still garbage because they're looters. So this is basically a free kill. You just have to go attain, honestly. So let's go get our free kill. Right, chat? We're gonna run them down. Don't mind me. Nice. Lethe level just as we're about to fight. Battle advantage is 3, so our tactics is kicking in. But this should be pretty bonkers. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tell everybody to hold the hill. Preferably, like right here. Really right here is good. And we're gonna tell our infantry to go here. This should be perfect. So we should start seeing a lot of kills. We improved their accuracy quite a bit, and they're in a good range for it. So you can see they're a pretty good block. Yeah, there we go. See, they're already killing at this distance. So keep in mind our companions are the ones in the front. We've gotten another about, you know, let's say it's statistically 5 or 10% accuracy, but just look at the difference this is making. Oof. They're just getting absolutely bodied. Anyway, everybody charge. So we have elite spearmen, which have really good armor. They actually have better armor than our companions do, so they're fairly tanky. And even our crossbowmen, I think, have better armor than our companions currently. So they're just kind of hard carrying us right now. I mean, just look at this. It's just, what can they do, Chad? What can they do? Am I even gonna reach him in time? Is he gonna get sniped? Poor guy. He's just trying to loot and live his best life, and I'm like, but how about you perish? Right, chat? Just perish. Fine. Little pokes, little pokes. There we go. Put him to sleep real quick. And again, I don't really want the XP for the most part. If I can get our allies to get it, I'd rather they get it. We got morale for winning a fight. Tempered Butcher Blade. Oh, that seems so fun. But unfortunately, we're going to leave everything else behind. It's not even worth the clicks. Okay, is this good enough to get the stronger spearmen? Almost. The Caravan Guard can become Mercenary Horseman, which is extremely powerful. Look at that steel mail, chat. He is not going to take any damage. Let's see. We're so close. So I could recruit more people if I want to, but as I said before, if you go past a certain number, nobody will fight you and your army will move slower. So I don't have an incentive right now. I could potentially put our followers on horseback. It does mean they die very quickly, but it also means they become a decoy very quickly. So there's kind of like the, It does mean they get in front of the archers faster, which is useful. Oh, that's just like a mercenary crossbowman? Hired blade. Whatever. Like, I could get horses. Know what I'm gonna do? I talked about it. We need to potentially anger another kingdom anyway. Why don't I show you the absolute nonsense of the Sea Raiders? I think we're decently armed. We're still probably gonna lose people. So I'm gonna go all the way there. So keep in mind, we're like here. Our destination is all the way over here near Rivacheg. You smell that fresh air, brother? This is my home before I went abroad in search of coin. It's good to be up in the hills again. It's the smell of freedom. This is the cradle of Rodok liberty here under Grunwalder Castle. Tell me more. My father's day, the Swadians would come calling, thinking to make us knuckle our foreheads and call them their overlords. But Grunwalder, an old veteran of the wars from the hill, showed us how to form a battle line with spear and crossbow that would break a Swadian charge. Yeah, we were doing that earlier. It sure broke them. He fell in battle, but the people gave his name to the castle that was built here. Where he fell, so we would remember and always stand firm against horsemen's onslaught. That's kind of an interesting way to remind you how to beat horsemen. We grow mulberry trees here for silk and kerms too for the dye. We take it to Jalaka where they weave it into the finest velvet. Not that I have ever had enough dinars in my pocket to buy velvet, mind you. The craftsmen of Jalaka also make good crossbows and For that, I'll not begrudge them their little luxuries. Yeah, they're not kidding. I love the crossbowmen here. Right, chat? I'm like, oh yeah, let's go crossbowmen. So we are oh. Chat, I'm telling you, I'm on the ball. Slash, I'm looking for it. The moment we see I think it's a white caravan, it's over. It's GG. Go over here somewhere. Let's see, where are we in this overworld? Oh gosh, I lost us. We were somewhere. Where were we? Ah, here we are. Found me eventually, chat. I could talk to the people as we go by, but it's fine. Yeah, that's Slay the Bandit camp. I think I was sleeping on how much XP that was. The bandits, you know, they can be annoying sometimes, but pretty solid. Okay, can we upgrade our spearmen? Yes, we can. So let's take a look, chat. So they start with 8 strength, a big shield, 47 health. Again, they're fairly tanky. 80 in all proficiencies, 2 in power strike. Now let us upgrade them. Because again, the tankier they are, the better decoys they are. They now have, I think, 7 extra health. They have almost 6 extra strength. They have power strikes the same, but now they have 105 in everything. So they're going to outswing anything in a 1v1 that is not as proficient as them. So you can think of it this way, chat. Essentially, anything that is not at least their tier will lose the fight almost guaranteed. Hey, look, chat, our relationship has gone from -3 to -2. So if we do, for whatever reason, make a lord angry at us, they will eventually help us out. Also, I'm kind of scared that he's chasing us. Is he attacking me? What is he doing? Hold on. No, actually, hold on. Is he attacking us? Let's go find out. You look like good enough sword. We have the advantage yield and you'll be well treated. What? Okay, so he was. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to reset. I don't remember what we did. Oh, we killed his caravan. Oh, he's mad about the caravan. Whatever. Right, chat? I'm like, why is he following me? It's fine. Like, stuff like that, I'll reset. I'm still learning the game. I'm like, did he want to follow me to, like, ask me to pay for my crimes? No, he just wanted to kill me. It's gonna go rewind time. Like, come on, that caravan. I didn't even burn the caravan. I actually let the caravan go away, which is much kinder than when I'm in my other playthroughs. I didn't even steal anything from it. Like, come on. Oh, no. Yeah, no, we're not fighting him. Did you see his troop size? He had 80 people. Like, listen, our troops are good. We could probably win against a 2-1. But we're still really early in the game. I don't think we could win against a 3-1. I'm just saying, we're a little early. Yeah, that wasn't a close number. If he only had 29, then by all means I would do it. Or if he had 40, I would do it if he had 40. Maybe 45. 45 would probably be my hard limit, because 50 is kind of miserable. But anyway, chat, I want to show you the nonsense of the Sea Raiders. So they spawn in a very specific spot every single time you play the game. It doesn't matter where you start. However, they're just evil. They're just absolute evil, chat. In fact, let's look at the faction report. Yeah, they're suspicious of us, which I didn't think was enough for them to attack us, to be honest with you. But apparently it is. Now we've learned. So this is the kingdom we also want to make angry at us at some point, so we may be able to do the other quest. But between basically this castle, Mazen, and this castle, there is a high chance that we will see absolute nonsense. So I would expect, like, Sea Raiders of, like, 30 to fight us. Oh! Sea Raiders? Sea Raiders of 10. Oh, reasonable. Oh, no. No longer reasonable. No longer reasonable. It's like, wait a minute. We just fight one of you. Why do you move so fast? Okay, they outrun us. Is there something I could do to move faster is the question I should be asking myself. I will take agility up. And then I think from now on I'm going to pump in. Just so I could get weapon master again. So I can master throwing. A little bit of one-handed. Okay, so they're not going to fight us unless they have an advantage. Oh, nope, they fought us anyway. I will drink from your skull, he says. Okay, so these guys are seriously garbage. There's not a lot of them, so hopefully it will go okay. I'm actually going to tell everybody to hold still. I really do not want our team to split up under any circumstance. Let's... team? Team? Hold position? Oh, whoever charged is dead. Unless they come back to us. Move their cavalry here. Or infantry here. Alright, hopefully this formation is good enough to get some hits in. They have good shields, so they can be kind of annoying to hit. But we're at a line formation, so it's very likely we will hit them. Okay, so they did manage to get pretty close. They have throwing axes, which do insane amounts of damage. Look at their steel armor. They are way more geared than I am, and they will probably deal like 15 or 20 a hit. They are no joke. So we want to try to get as many cheap kills as we can on these things. If we manage to get their equipment, this basically means I could start sieging people. Because most lords at least are this geared, if not more. Okay, so we cheese them out with the archer strategy. That's all that matters. You know what? Sometimes that's all that matters at the end of the day, chat. I only did 4 damage with the spear with the bonus to give you an idea of how tanky that guy is. Instead of dealing 12 or 14. So we would love his armor. That would be a huge improvement for us. There we go. Crossbows win yet again with their base damage. Yeah, to give you an idea, chat, their helmet, just their helmet is 17 more defense than the other thing I'm wearing. Like, it's kind of bonkers. We unfortunately did not get their armor. We do want their armor. Oh, a group of 27. Ooh, we'll save. This is really risky. Let's get a slight hill going. We'll stay from, like, here-ish. No, hold. I'm actually getting hit from here? Look at... What? Chat, look how good their sniping is. The enemy hit us from here. Excuse me? Like, they're barely visible. Look at them. They hit us from here. Their accuracy is insane, chat. Like, that is just... That's just, like, that is so unfair. Like, that blows my mind. Yeah, that's completely unacceptable.
This one is
okay,
special.
we have a decent number of crossbowmen in the front. So we should be able to slow them down a little bit here. So we are at a number advantage now, I think. Let me charge and delay them a little bit here. Even if I don't do a lot of damage, I do slow them down, which is sometimes all you really need to do to ensure your front line survives. Like, see, I just pulled 6 people away from the front, so we're more able to deal with them. So I'm going to actively interfere, because I think our allies will die en masse if this wall of people reaches them. So yeah, we're the bait, as I like to say. We're on horse. We could skirmish with them. And that keeps them being shot by the crossbowmen for longer, as you can see. So this is more doable. We could beat them with cheese, chat. Oh my god, they're doing so much damage. Please don't kill me. Oh, wait, please. Oh no, they're throwing things. They're throwing things. We don't want that. So yeah, we have a decent amount of projectiles coming their way. Our companion level to 11. That's actually pretty impressive. So I think at this point we tell everybody to charge. So that was a well-handled assault. I think we can afford to go in versus just one of them. See, our crossbowmen are still a little high in terms of the shot range, but they're also, I think, 2 tiers from max, so they could get far more accurate. Yeah, that was a very high damaging charge. Normally, it did no damage. That did so little damage, chat. It did 7. At almost 50% bonus damage, I did 7. That is not good. Wait, they actually killed the Sea Raider from there? That's okay. Never mind. They're bonkers. Ignore me. There we go. He's worth 134 versus 88 from the other bandits. I'm trying to slow them down so our companion can get the kill maybe. Oh, he just walked into me like a big dumb. Oh, we'll take that. Listen, if they never get a chance to show why they're nonsense. Oh, yeah, they wounded somebody still. Ooh, almost hit done. I'm gonna capture. These guys. Oh, we didn't get their armor. Their armor is so crucial to just winning so many easy fights. So now we got an even stronger helmet. The helmet alone is giving more defense than everything else combined. The two-handed axe we got is decent. That was worth 1,000 experience. Bunduck leveled. Let's see.
You're wide open!
Thank you, Night Glimmer, for the follow. Appreciate it. So yeah, we were just kind of messing around with it, but hopefully the chat got an idea of what to expect with the game. I think Bunduck can just end up being our super dummy melee person. You love Warband. Yeah, we did it as kind of a one-off, but if the chat likes it, I could just bring it back. I mean, I'm not adverse to it. I've been having fun with it. So yeah, now he's a super sniper, chat. So he's as strong as the elite sniper would normally be, while still being good at everything else. Yeah, just a little bit of sea raiding. Don't mind me, chat. We are kind of injured, so I have to be a little careful with what I do here. Upgrade you into huntresses, because again, it's just free stats. Why not? So yeah, we're gonna hold off on upgrading people until everybody in a particular group can go up, because it just helps with experience. And yeah, maybe we'll just do one little check at Rivacheg to kind of end things. Unless there's another Sea Raider group that wants to fight me. Oh, only a group of 6 was going in for me? Really? I was gonna say, that seemed like a poor life choice on their part. So anyway, there's a million Sea Raiders. Like, look at this. Look at this, chat. There's so many of them. Like, what? Just go away. This place is insane. I hate this place, chat. I really do. This place sucks. We found their landing? Wait a minute. Dare I go against the Sea Raiders? Okay, let's at least sell items. This will be our last thing of the night. We'll try to kill all the Sea Raiders without the cheese. We at least have good helmets, I guess. Really need anything else in here. Yeah, yeah. As you can imagine, it just kind of gets out of control pretty quickly. Can we get one more companion, please? Ooh, Nazar, and we have Rolf. So we have 2 companions here, chat. Glorious. Let's talk to Nazar first. Greetings, traveler. I'm Nazar. No doubt you have heard of me. We're gonna say, no, I don't think so. You have not. Then perhaps you have heard of my steed who cuts across the Galadrian plains like a beam of moonlight. Or of my sword, a connoisseur of the blood of the highest-born princes of the land. Oh hey, chat, it's another person that hates the princes. I guess we're gonna recruit him. I am a warrior by profession. Perhaps you may have also heard of my prowess as a poet, who could move the iciest of maidens to swoon. Or of my prowess in the art of the bedchamber, in which I must confess a modest degree of skill. I confess a modest affection for Galadria. For the past several years, I've visited its towns, castles, and villages, making the most of my talents. Which reminds me, somewhere out there in the cities, I was about to say, I wonder if he's adultering. Somewhere out in there in the city is a rather irate husband. I don't suppose you might consider helping me leave town. We're gonna say I might be able to use an extra sword in my company. Indeed, you would do well to enlist me. Sword, lance, the bow, my skill in all such martial pursuits is the stuff of epic verse. Together we will perform such feats as will be recounted in festivals and campfires, in filthy taverns and in the halls of kings for many generations to come. We could say, actually, on second thought, a fighter overeager for glory is dangerous to have in your company, or good, make yourself ready. We'll say make yourself ready. Before I signed up, there's a small matter of some expenses I've incurred while staying here. 300 dinars. You think you could cover those for me as a gesture of friendship? Sure. Done. We now have Nazar. Let's see what you're all about, Rolf. Greetings, I'm Rolf, son of Rolf, of the most ancient and puissant house of Rolf. You'd say, never heard of it. Really? Well, perhaps the ignorance can be forgiven. Our ancestral lands are far away over the mountains. Like all the men of my family, I've come to a foreign land to make a name for myself in the profession of arms before returning home to take over custodianship of my estates. Unfortunately, the authorities in these lands have little to understanding of the warrior code. Have chosen to call me a bandit and brigand and put a price on my head. Most unfair, the most unfair libel to throw at a gentleman adventurer, you must surely agree. I almost thought it said label, which would have been technically true. That would have worked in that sentence. But I'm anxious to avoid any further trouble. So if you know of any company of fighting men where I might enlist, I would be grateful. You say I run such a company, you might be able to hire an extra hand. Good, I look forward to vanquishing your enemies. Note, however, that as a gentleman and a holder of barony, I must expect to be in a position of command and not be treated as the common soldiers. This is probably going to cause a problem with our other people. We could try him for now, but if somebody complains about him, I think we drop him, chat. Because we already know, we have like 3 people in our party that hate the nobles, and he's actively calling himself Baron. I mean, I might want to do it because it's funny. We'll pay him in case we want him later. We'll see. Excellent. Before we depart, would you be so kind and lend me 300 dinars to pawn a family heirloom at a pawnbroker here in Rivacheg, and I'd like to retrieve it before we leave. We'll try for now. The worst that happens is we boot him later. Just kind of how I view it. We could go to this area and take quests, but before we do that, why don't we verify our party? Let's move them up in the... Oops. Let's move them higher in the list so I can find them easier. Nizar comes with a horse. That's useful. He comes with one of my favorite one-handed weapons in the game, period. I might actually steal it from him. Honestly, this weapon is so stupid. I take this weapon. We're like, ah, yes. The most fair of exchanges. He said he was good with the bow, right? What a liar. Apparently he can't use the bow. Can't use the axe. And wear the helmet, though. That's a good start. It'll hide his face of shame. So we have another character that's extremely proficient with weapons. So we probably want to give him whatever our highest stuff is. So we don't have a lot of int-based characters, which is a little scary. I'm hoping to get at least one more. And then I'll feel pretty good about this. I don't know how long Rolf is going to stay in the party. I guess I could technically upgrade his stuff. He can't use bows. I don't have any spare crossbow bolts. Let me check one thing before we leave. Do you have any crossbow bolts? I don't mind paying for them if they're not that expensive. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Again, giving ourselves some options, I think is the right call. Azir, what is your skill? Oh, you actually have a lot of power strike. Just he doesn't have access to the bow. I think. Well, let's give Rolf a combat option. Give him the crossbow plus our bolts. I think that's fair. Go to our other party members, slowly upgrade their equipment. Because the Sea Raiders give ridiculous items. Hopefully when we do the raid, we could take their armor, because that's what I'm really looking for. Like, we could clearly see, like, we see, like, padded leather and stuff like that, but they're straight up using steel. Like, if we could do that, that would be huge. Portia might be able to benefit from this. It's just like a series of hand-me-downs, but, you know, we'll take any small upgrade if we can. Well, that reminds me, what did I give Rolf for damage? Oh. I need to give him a super axe. Well, I mean, if he's got power strike, I might as well let him do damage. Let's try the Sea Raider landing. This will be our final thing, I think, for the night. Let's see how this goes. You wish to attack the hideout or wait for another occasion? Nah, let's try it. Chat, what's the worst can happen? We could all die, I guess. Are they shooting from here? What? Chat, excuse me? They're trying to make that shot. They're actually insane. Chad, if they actually get that kill from the starting location, that's like AI shenanigans. Right? Like, look how far that is. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so I couldn't track the bolt visually. I mean, I could probably make that shot, but, like, the fact they're going for it is just silly. Azir actually got it. Oh, I hit a troop. I shot my troop in the back like a god. Oops. My bad, Mizir. Let me use your weapon for glory, I guess. Okay, our one-handed is pretty quick, so I can kind of punish him for trying to attack us there. Yeah, friendly fire. Oops. I think they're going on a killing spree down there. So I killed one of our allies, so maybe I'm part of the bandits now. Who knows? Our other allies are still sniping from there for some reason. Can I have everybody just follow me? Reload, shoot you in the legs. Shot right between the legs. That's unfortunate. Murdered him. Get him off me. I can fight one at a time. Two at a time is a bit much. Team, I really need you to shoot them or something, please. I'm begging you. I told you to follow me, team. Could you stop staring and actually melee? Thank you. That was getting ridiculous. Chat, what's the point of follow me if they just watch me get hit repeatedly? Okay, killed one. I mean, like, it would have been a 4v4. I'm just saying. Like, it would have been fine. Ridiculous. Oh, shoot. There's an arrow somewhere. Okay, we're gonna sidestep. We're gonna tell all of our lovely little friends to charge. I don't know where the enemy is. Oh, there's the enemy. I see him now. Darn you nighttime scenes making it actually kind of hard to tell where they are. Slightly too high, I think. Nice. There we go, chat. The little micro adjustment. Oh, got him. What a way to level, chat. The prediction of the gravity arc. There's a lot of enemies down there. That's kind of unfortunate. This is where I wish I had a shield. A shield would be useful in approaching the arrows. Right now, I'm just dodging, ducking, weaving, and diving and dodging, I guess. There's a lot of bad people here. Could you not do that? Could you not fight all of them right now? What I was worried about. I don't like it when they split up, chat. Makes me nervous. There's a very real chance I'm gonna die. Oh, they're... Oh, unfortunate. We were pretty close to clearing it, but, okay. What I want to do... I'm gonna quit and reload, because there's one thing I want to do. I want to do that same quest, but not at nighttime, so I can actually see what I'm doing. I think I was doing okay. I just literally couldn't see them after a certain point. So let's let the day cycle in. Okay, that should be good. We'll do the same thing. I feel like I could do it. It's just... when I can't track the crossbow bolts, that's kind of a problem. Also, I shot Nazir in the back because I couldn't see who he was either. I do think nighttime goes a little overboard with the darkness. I might have to turn my monitor up so I can actually see what I'm aiming at. But like now I could zoom in and I could see them from like here very easily. Hit his shield. I'm gonna tell them all to follow me for now. We'll walk forward as a group. I didn't see any more spawn behind me, which is good. That's the right height, I think. Gotta position it better. How do I get to his legs is the question. That guy's too far away. This guy should be the same distance. though. No? That might have been too low. Can't tell, chat. Need like another visual for distance. It's like I'm close, but not quite there. Also, could you mind not standing literally right there? Game, please. We'll find it eventually. We'll find the sweet spot at distance. It's a little hard for me since I'm still learning the crossbow. Oh, also, it didn't aim where it just aimed. That's fine. It's a little hard for me since I'm still learning the crossbow, but that looked good. I mean, we're forcing them to come to me, so I think I did something right. He's trying to be the targeting reticle. I mean, you're not wrong. They really were. Thought I could swap faster. Yeah, look how much easier it is when you form a giant murder ball. Now it's not so hard, right, chat? I'll just play defensively for now. I don't have a shield. Okay. I think we can agree this is going much more smoothly now that I can see things. Ridiculous. Reload. Something like this, maybe? Slightly too high. Let's try this. I can't tell if he blocked that or if it was still too high. I think I just missed earlier. I mean, I'm luring them forward, which is what I want to do. But I could just take my time with them. We're gonna strafe any axes they throw at us, because we really don't want that. Nope, we don't want any of that. No, no, no. Yeah, much easier, chat. Much easier to do in the daytime. Yeah, I think next time I play the game, I'm gonna turn the brightness up. That's all I've learned. Like, block slightly more, brightness up. Oh, wow, they got him right in the gut with the throwing knife. That was kind of brutal. I guess she was looking for gold, right, chat? Alright, let's have them actually just charge now. I think we're good. There's only so many people left. Why are they going backwards? What? I told them to charge. Okay, listen. Sometimes the game decides, nah, I know what's better. Oh, that was such a sick shot, chat. Come on. I got that first try. Got him again. The adjustments are real. I got over his shoulder. I was aiming for the headshot. I missed slightly. I didn't miss that one, though. That one much better. Nobody even died. So, are we gonna get... Oh, we got Nomad armor? No! Where's their armor? They have, like, 34, 38 armors. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, game. We're fighting it. We could tell that they take less damage. Even people that haven't seen the game before know that they take less damage than the Forest Bandits. And the Forest Bandits have this armor that I'm wearing, so we know they have better. It's a very disappointing loot, I'm not gonna lie. Very disappointing. But hey, we did it, I guess. So let's chat. So I guess the question, chat, is what did you think of the game? I guess I'll summarize some of my thoughts, since this is technically our first impressions of the game, quote unquote, on a stream, where I do think the game has a lot of jank. It definitely has like that older PC issue where there's some very questionable UI choices. Some of the dialogue needs to be cleaned up. Things like purchasing and selling are kind of annoying because you can't just like double click an item or press a button to delete things. At least I haven't seen a button that does it so far. I like that you can command the troops. I think that adds a bit of depth to the game. And that lets us take on challenges that are either potentially high loss for us or outright a loss and we can win. I like that if you are really good at the combat in the game, you can kind of solo whole armies if you really want to. We had the Panic Spree versus the Forest Bandits. What was that, a 1v24 or something ridiculous? And I did beat that first try. So I will say, like, it's possible to showcase a lot of skill in the game. There's some events that are kind of annoying and RNG. Like, there's some quests that you can get that will automatically lower your relationship for rejecting them, but it's random whether or not they give you those quests. So it can be kind of annoying when you're just looking for a simple, like, bandit quest or letter delivery, and it's like, oh, I need you to go do something. Oh, you didn't do it right now, -1. And you just kind of like throw your hands in the air. You're like, but what? But what if I just don't want to do it right now? I don't know. I don't think rejecting certain quests should ever lower relationship, to be honest with you. Uh, I do think I like the concept of the towns. I don't explore a lot of them since I'm not into that side of the game itself. I do like that they have a variety of models. Not like every town is unique, but enough that it keeps it somewhat interesting. Um, I do think there's some menus with the towns that do bother me. Like, why can't you buy cattle in the town summary map thing instead of talking to the village elder? And you could do almost every other action without talking to the elder. I don't really understand that, to be honest with you. I wish the elders gave less quests involving cattle, because those are really awful to do early game. And they either encourage you to loot other villages in order to actually do it, or you straight up go poor, or very little reward. So I don't think that was very well balanced. They could have balanced it better if the cattle were worth way less. But then they couldn't sell meat for a good price. So I understand why. But at the same time, there should have been other ways to get the cattle other than literally loot the village or spend 1,000 plus money in the very early game. I feel that's very silly. I like that the NPCs, if you're neutral to them, will tell you where the other characters are. I think that helps since they do move around the map a lot. I like that you can move around in the world map, which helps you get a scale and scope of things. I like that the quest icons, you can click on the blue highlighted words in order to learn more about the factions or the people. So you don't have to just stare at a wall of text that might not mean anything to a new player. Like, we're like, talk to Count Velgar or something like that. And you're like, there's like 40 counts. Which one is he? Which kingdom does he own? Where is he patrolling? I feel like there's a lot of things in there the game will not really handhold you on. And I feel like this is one of those games where if you don't watch somebody play it or dive into like a wiki, quote unquote, I think it might be too obtuse as like a barrier of entry. There's some things that make a lot of sense. Gravity with crossbows and bows, you could kind of figure that stuff out. You don't need to be told it. You see it as soon as you try it and you're like, okay, and you can adjust. Or like the troop commands mostly make sense. You don't really need somebody to handhold you through them. It might help to see how to abuse them. Maybe you would check on that stuff. But then there's just things that mechanically are very clunky. I think the best example of that would be between the character creation and then the actual playing of the character. Like, I just find it very strange that you could choose to be like a peddler and a blacksmith, but then there's no crafting in the game. Or like you could get territories, right? Potentially from the other kings. Obviously we didn't see it this session because we're very early. But you can't like barter or trade your territory for the enemies or an allies or give up the territory to get some other kind of reward. I do feel like it's rather basic in that sense. I do feel like villages, another thing we haven't seen yet, are kind of awkward to defend and generally are not worth it, sadly. Because I feel like the AI can be extremely vindictive and basically hard focus us. Not something we saw in this playthrough yet, quote unquote, but I just want the chat to be aware if they do pick up the game. The game has flaws. Some of it is very fun, and I think there are potentially mods we could add to make the game like go to the next level. If we do decide to play this again in terms of like in future streams, I could do this as a bonus stream on Saturdays. I'm kind of okay with it. I'm not usually doing a lot on Saturday night, and I do like the game. So we could just make it a Saturday thing for a while. I will say though that, I do like the depth of combat where you can change the angle of your swing and that changes your damage type. I like the parry mechanics that were added in Warband, where if you time your attack at the same time, you could counter, or you could straight up block them. I like that kind of both are in there, so it's at least active enough that you're thinking about it constantly. I do feel like there are a lot of skill pitfalls for new players. I do think the skills, like anytime you come up with a list of skills, of course there's going to be like tricks or pitfalls. But I do feel like in this game in particular, it can be somewhat hard to recover from a bad build. I do like that it lets you change your character's look and name at any time, so that way if you decide you don't like your character and you spent time on them, you're not then just making another file for it. So again, it's a mixed bag of good and bad. I think overall, I like the music to it when it does play. And I like the combat. It feels like it could have spent more time being polished. But I think from the standpoint of these kinds of games, if chat wants to see more of these, we have another game like this. Not in like feudal era, but in like a fantasy kind of setting. Not like medieval fantasy either. It's like Eastern fantasy. I don't know what to call it to classify it. But basically involving things like spirit dragons and all sorts of things like that. Like Eastern dragons in particular. With the long bodies, etc. So I think at some point we'll branch out and play that game in as well. And I think this is a good gateway to the game. But hopefully people saw at least a way to play the game that is probably not what people would think. Like, I don't think people would think to rush Doctor necessarily as more important than melee skills or survival stuff. Like, those are kind of things you would only really know if you really play the game for any extended period. So we get to skip losing dozens of our troops. We get to skip skills that won't necessarily do anything until late game because, we see engineering and you go to use it and you're like, oh wait, I can't improve villages. Why not? And you won't know why until later in the game, kinds of things. Yeah, like you think if all your early XP is coming from kills, you would level weapons and stuff like that, but you don't, which is like a really weird mindset. Then I think some stats are kind of like pitfalls. Like I do think for people that even play things like D&D, like when you level strength and it doesn't improve your damage, I find that very weird. I also still find it very weird they put persuasion and intelligence. I'm not gonna let that go. That should have been charisma. That doesn't make any sense. Any talking skill should be charisma. I'm sorry. It's like that in literally every other game, tabletop, etc. If you want to name some other extremely one-off example, go ahead. But like everything else is charisma. Yeah, charisma needed more things. It only levels 3 things instead of 4. Like, intelligence had 8. Like, intelligence had enough. It could afford to go down to 7. It wouldn't even be that much of a gimp, to be honest. Ridiculous. But yeah, there's just some questionable choices. I do find it very weird that there are some basic features that are missing. Like, I'll give an example. When you're the blacksmith, there's no crafting system in the game, so you can only buy stuff in merchants. You also can't put in special orders, and you can't have things upgraded either. Again, some of those are more like, I'll call them secondary systems. They're not needed to have fun with the game, but I just find it weird to include things that would reference it if you're not going to do it, right? Like if you're not going to include blacksmithing, why put blacksmithing as a profession? I just find that very weird. It's a little bit of a disconnect for me. I do know that there's a couple mods people have mentioned before. I think they called one a diplomacy mod, which fixes a lot of issues I think I had with the game with directing your units to patrol cities, for example. I think is one of the things it added. And I'm like, man, that would have been useful when you start getting some territory to have people dedicated guards and stop us from getting invaded. So yeah, there's just some things where it's like 80% there, which is weird because I don't think they're ever going to update it again because they did another sequel for the game. But I do think there is a ton of replayability. We're playing on the native map, I forgot to mention at the beginning. And this also has different campaigns of different eras. So we can also do a Viking Age one, for example, which changes the all the characters in the land. And I think also the weapons to some extent. So there's a lot we could potentially do. But we'll see how far we get with it. Again, maybe we'll make it a Saturday thing going forward. Again, I don't usually do anything Saturday nights. I'm not usually like out and about, so that's probably fine. Sunday night, I'm not gonna do it, but Saturday I could do it Saturday. So we'll see. As I said before, there's a lot that I think is fun. I think it's satisfying being able to troll the AI. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see in this particular session what I like to call the conga line of doom. We didn't get to see the conga line of doom. I promise you we will see it if we play this again within 2 sessions. Because it just involves actually attacking a fortress at some point, and then everyone will understand if they have not seen the conga line of doom. Then, let's see. I guess if we do play again, chat, maybe we'll have like a Discord vote or something like that as to what team we ally with. Yeah, the conga line of doom is very special. So maybe we'll team up with the green team. I mean, we have a friend there, but we have the most generals that hate us are also on that team, which is ironic. And then we're gonna commit to probably a mercenary army, because that'll pay for our army without us needing to do that much, to be honest. And it also means sieging with like low expectations. We'll showcase good and bad actions, and I think once we formally get us into an army, I believe we'll be pillaging a lot of villages. We're gonna live up to the Sir Burns-a-Lot name once we get our feet wet in war. We're almost ready to do it. I just feel like raiding is a little dumb to do when you only have like 6 or 8 troops, because then obviously any army of 30 or 40 will come out from their castle and stop you. But if you're in the middle of a war, not only do you not lose honor for doing something really horrendous, yeah, they're more likely to be busy. So you're way more likely to get away with it even then. So yeah, we'll be doing some of that. We gotta set fire to more things. We'll showcase sieges for sure. I don't know if I can promise that immediately in the next session that we play, but probably in 2 sessions as well. Different kinds of sieges, both the protect mission and other things. I think that's all, chat. I mean, once we basically max out our medical skills, I think we will have a nearly unkillable army. So think of it this way, chat. If you get 14 points, which would be 10 plus the positive bonus 4 from the support skill of our allies, we would get a total chance of 52% to ignore death. I believe the base rate is 25. So we'd be getting a 77% chance to ignore death, if I'm doing math correctly. So that means, more often than not, if we go toe-to-toe, blow for blow, and we fight an army of 60 versus their army of 60, we're probably going to walk away with like 50 to 55 troops, and they'll be at literally 0. So we can win the war of attrition pretty easily this way. And obviously, if we then spend money to get super troops, our super troops will delete everything. Imagine if the crossbow were sniping like that one guy was in the battle we just saw. That full screen nonsense. That full screen nonsense happens when they start going over 140, chat. They start going a little cuckoo. They're like, oh, he's like a pixel tall. I'm gonna headshot him. Like they'll go crazy, chat. They're like, uh-oh. But yeah, we'll see hopefully them improve a little bit more going forward. So I guess one thing I'll talk about for people that are looking to get in the game is like the final thoughts. I do like that when we eventually get fortresses, we're able to put troops in them. So we could train up an entire super squad of murder, have them permanently protect the property, and then we could go back to how we were playing the beginning of the game, where it was just us and the companions versus other enemies. So that way we could focus on leveling them rather than share the kill with their army, which is like, they're good enough. They don't need the XP. And we could catch them up to become powerhouses in their own right. So I do like that as an option. I'm kind of sad you can't do that for the villages. That would have helped a lot. Even if they had a limitation on the size of people, it would have helped a lot. Even just putting away 30 troops when your troop size is like 70 something is extremely useful. Suddenly you move faster, more things are likely to fight you, etc, etc. So anyway, chat, we'll be playing more of this, but we're probably gonna pick a faction. Might even be a coin flip, who knows? And then whoever we join, we're gonna do absolute horrendous stuff with them. Like just atrocious stuff. We're gonna be burning like every village, chat. We're gonna be stealing cattle, burning villages. We're gonna go, listen, we don't want to make the green team angry because we like their crossbowmen, but everybody else, you are so done. You are so done because I don't care about any of your other troop types. I'm like, listen, all I need are crossbowmen and spearmen. I don't need horsemen. We're gonna burn your village. Sorry, bro. Time to tank our honor? Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I think it's good to keep it not completely negative. But yeah, we need to do some more negative things. Like the merchant, the click the merchant, run away from merchant, get 2K. I'm not gonna lie, that was some cheesy evil, chat. Cheesy evil. So we'll commit to some more burning and pillaging for sure. Now that we have an army, of course. But alas, chat, this video has gone on long enough. I think it is time to say goodbye to YouTube. So if you did watch to this point in this massively long video, I'd just like to say thank you for watching and hope to see you again next time.